The market pulls back toward our support zone where we look for the bulls to hold, but if they can't, sayonara. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market chopped around today before ultimately pulling back toward our support box, and this is pretty typical of an options expiration week, which is what we have on Friday. They chop around and bleed time off of the options before ultimately making their move. The question is, can the bulls hold support and push higher? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as mentioned, they pulled back to support, so let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And if you've been watching the channel, you know we're tracking three paths here, two higher and one lower. And we did make one small tweak, and that is that this C wave was up here at the 1.0 extension at 38.22. We did move it down to this high we struck a couple days ago. And the reason for that is this pullback is a little bit deeper than you'd like to see for them to come back up and complete the C wave at 38.22. So what we're looking at is the 764 was hit a little bit over that actually, and that's a valid C wave target. More commonly, they strike the 1.0, but the less common targets are the 764 and the 1236. You see those quite often as well, but the most common is the 1.0. So let's talk about the three paths. First, let's talk about our primary path. So our primary path, guys, is the ABC path that we've been talking about, where we've completed A, B, and C of an A wave, okay? Then we'd be looking for a wave B support back into this box. And this box is from 36.40 down to 35.66. Now, even though it goes down to 35.66, I really want to hold this low right here that we got on Sunday night in the overnights. I'd really like to see them hold that low. If it goes below that low, I doubt support's going to hold at that point. It still can, but it's less likely as this is a pretty major low to hold for the bullish structure. So we would expect them to pull back into the wave B support box and then shoot up in a C wave toward 3,900 at that point. Okay, probably to this bigger trend line that you can see coming across the screen right here in purple. That would be a pretty good landing spot for it as the 1.0 and as well as hitting that trend line. So that 3920 area is what we would be targeting, assuming they pull back and hold support in this wave B box. Now, that is the primary count, and that's what we would expect. The more bullish count, okay, which is our alternate bullish path, okay, counts as off of the low you have wave 1 up, okay, wave 2 down. This move up would be wave 1 of 3. You'd get wave 2 of 3 into this upper support box, which is coming in at 36.83 down to 36.34. And there's a little bit of overlap here, so if it hits that magic little number right in the middle there, we'll have to see what happens. But it's higher support, okay? We would expect it to hit the support box and then push up towards 38.76, all right? And then back down towards the 36 or 37.67 area before moving higher up toward the 1618 here at 39.64. So that would be the path that's more bullish. Again, they have to prove that, which is why it's the alternate path. We won't buy into that until we see them hold support and break through up towards this 38.76 area and then pull back again and hold the pivot and move higher and take out this high. Then we'll start to seriously consider that path a little bit more. So again, the primary, guys, is that we had an ABC up. We're looking for a B wave into this blue box and then a C wave up towards that 39.20 area. And the secondary bullish path is the one you see on the screen here, where they pull back into this upper support box and push up over 38.21 to 38.76, pull back and hold the pivot, and then take out this high again here. And that would be very bullish, and we would start to pay attention to the bullish path at that point. Okay, the bearish path that we're tracking is that this is an A, B, C up for wave 4, a bigger wave 4, as you can see there in red. Okay, and then we get a move down that would break through support and ultimately finish in the 32.50 to 34.50 areas. So support is what we're looking at. Ultimately, the main support, even though I have it down to the 764, which is valid support in general, this low is really what I'm watching. If they break this low, it becomes pretty bearish in that, in my opinion, and we should be looking at the 32.50 to 34.50 for the conclusion of this wave 5 down from there. So those are the three paths we are tracking on the S&P. Over on the NASDAQ, Okay, as you can imagine, similar type setup, a lot more overlap on the NASDAQ. And here's another reason that I want this low to hold. The NASDAQ support lines up perfectly with that low. Okay, so if we break through the NASDAQ low, we will likely be breaking the ES low as well, or the S&P low as well, which means that the S&P support is unlikely to hold because the NASDAQ support has already been broken. So that is another reason that this low is so important for the bulls to hold. If it breaks that, we should be looking lower at that point. So our primary path on the NASDAQ is the same type of ABC setup where our A, B, C has concluded. And they pushed up much closer to the 1.0 on the NASDAQ. So a much better C wave here. And then you'd look for wave B support to hold. Okay, and then you'd look for a C wave up towards the 12,000 plus area to complete that move. Okay, and then we'd look for another pullback and then a final push up towards the 13,600 to 14,000 area to challenge the August highs to give us a B wave move up off of the lows before we saw a nasty C wave down from there. So that is the primary path that we are tracking. Okay, the more bullish path on the NASDAQ is that we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 that would hold this upper support. Okay, and if it holds the upper support, then we would expect it to move up towards the 11,684 to 11,796 area, pull back and hold the pivot, and then ultimately move up to the almost 12,000 area at 11,978. Okay, and if it does that, that looks pretty bullish, and we should start paying attention to what the bulls are doing. Our two support zones for wave B support, okay, it comes in at 10,959.75 and 10 down to 10,712.25. That is our wave B support. And the wave 2 support, okay, it comes in at 11,070 down to 10,880. That is the wave 2 support. Now, if we get into the lower half of this box where the overlap is, my primary would be to lean to the B wave. So if they do hit this magic little overlapping area, I would still be looking for a C wave up as opposed to the wave 3 of 3 up at that point. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a small price and gets you big multiples on your money based on how he structures the trade. And it's really kind of unique and you kind of have to see it, which is another reason we give you that 7-day free trial to make sure it's a trading style you enjoy. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account and trades it using mini ES futures and disciplined trading methods, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. It's pretty simple. The bulls need to hold one of the 2 support boxes and push higher and take out this high. It may not happen tomorrow, but they need to hold support and start the process. And if they cannot hold support, then we look down towards that 3250 to 3450 region. Same thing on the NASDAQ. Bulls need to hold these support regions and then push higher and take out this high. Otherwise, if they break support, we're looking down towards that 9,000 to 9,500 region. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.